Hi guys, and welcome back to another SCUM video. Now in this episode I will not actually build a base, I want to show you some tips and tricks. First off, as I mentioned in the last video, I haven't really seen a whole lot of wall stacking out there, and I wanted to show you just how powerful that actually is. Now, let's see, I think we're too close to that base. There we go, we'll just place one here, and then we have this little ground here to work with. Now, how do you go about building wall stacking? Now, I prefer just to place down a regular foundation, just like that. Then we'll go about take the triangle one, line it up, and then we just kind of go. You don't really move the mouse anymore at this point. You just go to the right. When you have the decent amount of space in between them, you place it down. Now I say that the thick beam on the edge of each foundation is a good indicator. Now when you have about the same distance or space between as those, then you place it down, and then you can fill them in. What this does is that you can actually place two walls like this, and they are completely separate. So if you would shoot a rocket on this one, the back one would not be damaged at all. And this also obviously gives you a huge possibility of actually building crazy bases that no one else had actually thought about. This also gives you the ability that, for example, if we want to expand this, and you could either by just doing this. Now it would be a little bit bigger, and you wouldn't go all the way around if you're building a 3x3 or 2x2 or whatnot. You would have to do this on what we did on the first one. We would have to do on each separate side. But when it's this small, it's not really an issue. Now this, for example, would not been able to do if we just placed it out of this one. You can either place this roof structure, frame structure, my bad, but then you wouldn't be able to place the roof because it's obviously in that slot. So with this you can do so much, and I wanted to show you just what I had in mind with this. First off, like I said before and I mentioned, is that if you do this all around your base, the amount that people have to actually use to get into your base is massive, and you use less elements for the same protection. Let's say this, for example, which is the way that most people do build, and if they do honeycomb, they will do it like this, right? So from that perspective, we've done 2 and 3. We got 5 elements just from this one honeycomb. But from this, we have used 1, 2, 3, 4. So one less, but the same amount of protection, because you would need to go through 1 and then 2 walls, and you'll be inside the base. And here's the same. You have to go through 1 and then 2 walls to get into the base. Now, if we would, in that case as well, if you want to and have more elements to play around with, you can make it even stronger, like this, and then would be 3 walls to get through, obviously. But again, it would become much more expensive than doing just this. But also, it will also give you the possibility of expanding in a matter you haven't even thought about before. And I want to show you just about peaks, and I said this in the last video that I don't necessarily like those mushroom peaks like this one anymore, mainly because you are visible so far away, and a good sniper could take you out from, well, massive distance, and you wouldn't even be able to see him or her. So let's say this is the roof, right? We'll play around with this a little bit. And actually, you know what? Let's just make it a new foundation. It's not hard. We got time, so we'll place that down. We'll take another one, then we'll move to our designated. Let's say there. I think that would be good enough. And so we will build 2 half walls, just like so. From this, we'll make a window on the out one. On the back one, we'll make a door frame. And I'll let you know in just a sec why. Because this is a massive little thing you can do for your shroom. So at the very top of your base, you build this instead of that. Meaning, whenever you want to peek out or you want to shoot at someone, all you have to do is open the door, and then you have free line of sight. And if you get shot at, yeah, you just close the door again. Easy as that. Which means that no one can actually shoot into your base. And I know a lot of people used to make it make different ways to actually peek out. We would build a window like that, and then we'd place the well, I don't think it's on the opposite side now, but it doesn't matter. For this sake, we'll just do it like so, and then you would have this kind of peak. Now the issue with this is that when you're from a far distance away, you can actually change your render in the options, and then these 2 wardrobes wouldn't even be seen from the sniper's perspective. He would just be able to see right into the base, as the defender would stand inside and be like, how the hell am I being shot behind this wardrobe? Because it's obviously there for him or her, but not for the sniper, because the sniper has changed his render distance. And that's why I personally prefer these instead, because even if you upgrade them, you'll actually have an actual protection. Now, it is important to say though, when you do upgrade this, you can upgrade the window and the door frame to whatever state you want to. However, you have to leave the RAM in Twig, because otherwise, as you can see, the window frame here is gonna take too much space. Now you can still shoot through this. That's not the issue. Especially since it's Twig, and the bullet goes through it. The issue is if you do upgrade the Twig, then all of a sudden you have no space to shoot out from anymore. And that wouldn't help even if you upgrade it once again, or even further, because even further will make it even thicker, even worse to shoot out of. So that's just the one thing you have to think about. You can upgrade the shell of the base to whatever grid you want, but you have to leave the actual tilted roof to Twig. It's not a big issue, and I prefer this over that any day, because it means you're more secure. Yeah, that's a nice little tip and for you guys. The wall stacking, obviously, and the peaks. Something to keep in mind, and I wish that someone had told me or showed me this way before, because I could have just put a whole lot of less effort into making good bases if I knew this little tactic. I hope that will do you good, and if you have any suggestions or you want to see something, let me know. I'm working on another cave base right now. It is a submarine cave base, so I hope you look forward to that. I sure do. Alright guys, you take care, and God bless you. Bye.